I've had so much trouble getting X10 dimmer to work in the bathroom that I finally pulled the fixture itself. I'm kind of suspicious. It's dark brown brass, an aluminum socket held together by dark brown brass rivets. See, I've had RF trouble before. I put an RF bead on this thing already. I guess the thing to do is to try something else temporarily at least in its place and see if things behave more normally. So I've had RF interference from this light. I've had failure to respond to X10 commands. I've had just about everything I can think of. LEDs act really strange, flash. The ones I got now, when I go to full brightness, they actually go dim. Really strange. And it dims smoothly all the way up to the full brightness, and then it just goes dim. So, pretty crusty. I've always had trouble with the jelly jar fixture that was up here. I tried the ceramic socket just as a test. I got pretty much the same results as far as the dimming goes. I bought them on a whim, but they might dim better because they say they're better dimming. I guess I'm using an X10 dimmer. So I decided to order a fixture. Just from China here. Chinesium. Hopefully it's as bright as this other. It's supposed to be dimmable. If I don't like it in here, it might go in the room I use as a workshop. Garage. So I'm going to have to mount this little crossbar into my box and then put it on, you know, with one screw at a time, I guess. So it hangs from there. And it's too bad they didn't give me a pigtail for this. Just going to cut it off, I guess. Well, I don't know if I'm going to mount it here or not. It's not dimmable. Not at all, really. It just acts weird when you try to dim it. Flicker, keep going, it just flickers faster. Shut it off and it's got an afterglow. Pretty bad, which for a bathroom I don't really mind, frankly. Makes a nice night light. So, I don't know. Kind of like it to be dimmable. Although in the bathroom it's not critical, frankly. So I don't use it here, I'll use it in the workroom. It's nice and bright. It's a nice neutral color too. White, daylight white. Pretty good brightness. A lot brighter than the other thing was. I kind of like it. I might go with it. I don't know. Think about this one. So this is what I finally came up with. I ordered this via eBay. They have a similar fixture available at Home Depot, but only in the 16-inch model. The 14 and the 16-inch model have a 20-watt driver. The other models all have a 15-watt driver, I believe. And there's a 10, a 12, a 14, a 16. The 16 was out of stock with all the vendors I saw on eBay. Every one of them were out of the 16. Not that I wanted it. I was just curious. And then I found out that Home Depot was selling the 16. So they must have bought them all up, I guess. Anyway, it's a decent fixture. It's lightweight, which is kind of nice when you're handling it. Dimming action is pretty nice. That's the minimum I can dim it at present. Now if I switch it off, there's a safety switch on the X10 dimmer where you can do a hard off on them, and then turn it back on, it doesn't light up. So I can turn off that standby light if I want, still have the thing available. Plus from here, it'll dim real nicely. And I can dim all the way back down to nothing too. It's kind of strange, it's almost like it has two different modes to it. When you get in this mode, it behaves real nicely. Now if you brighten it too much, it goes a little dimmer. I had that issue with another light bulb too I had. But the dimming action is pretty good for X10. You know, for it to work at all with an LED at X10 is pretty good. It does blind the X10 with noise about half the time. And I did put a ferrite bead that I had on the old fixture onto this fixture too. I'm getting it to respond to X10 about half the time basically. But I'm pretty happy with the light. X10 isn't too critical in here and it dims nicely. And it's bright enough at full brightness, you know, for good bathroom stuff. And being a bigger fixture spreads the light better. That's why I went for the 14 over the 12. Plus it's got the bigger driver. And 16 would have been a bit much.